Hey everyone, welcome back to day 10 of Vlogmas. I know I got my numbers mixed up. It's just that I'm pre-filming and I don't know what the heck is going on in my life right now. I think my kids grabbed my wintry decorations, so I just threw this little arrangement up in the background. So I hope you guys don't mind that it's not Christmas-esque, but the feathers and the flowers have to do for now. But I thought it goes with my look. I'm wearing this nice pinky look. I've been wearing this makeup for about 9 hours, so I'm sorry if it doesn't look the best. But hi, if you're new, my name is Janelle and I do a lot of project panning content here on my channel, shop my stash every single week, and yeah, I do a lot of other makeup related content. So if you want to see that, then don't forget to like and subscribe so you can see that here on your feed. And now let's go ahead and get into today's video, which I'll be ranking all my NATASHA DENONA palettes. So this one's gonna be a fun one. Buckle up, you're in for a ride. Grab a little snack. I love snacking over here, so hopefully you do too. If we have that in common, then let me know in the comment section down below. I would love to know. So let's go ahead and start from the bottom. So starting here at the bottom at number 14 is this palette right here by NATASHA DENONA. Obviously this is the Jubilee palette. I got this with a store credit for BoxyCharm's pop-up store, I believe it was, maybe like a year and a half or two ago. This is the Jubilee palette. I had these shades in my Tropic palette, I believe, and yeah, Vintage Taupe, let's see, Limoncello and Mint Frost are all in the Tropic palette, which I do love. But this is not a very cohesive palette. I really can't come up with the look that I like using these, so that's why it's ranking pretty low, and so are the other ones, because you know, they're just not favorites. But coming in at number 13 is this palette right here. I believe this is called the Cupid palette. It's a little bit more neutral, toned down, like cocoa-y red colors. It's all right. It's just I really don't go for that color story. I like more cool to neutral looks and extra sparkly looks. So you're gonna see some of these sparkly shades are ranking higher because I just love a glittery look. Like today I'm wearing a NATASHA DENONA palette, and I'll let you know which NATASHA DENONA palette it is in a second. Coming in at number 12 is mostly mattes. It's this Peak palette. I also got this in the pop-up store from BoxyCharm with the credit, so this was basically free. It has all mattes except the shade, which is a very beautiful color, and I think if you're like tan or deeper, this shade's really gonna pop on your skin tone. It's a little bit of a darker champagne-y color on me, but I still love it because it is pretty shimmery. I'm not gonna swatch everything because I don't want to get dirty, but it's still a very nice palette. Coming in at number 11 is this one. This palette is called the Ayana palette. This is more of that neutrally toned, like cooler tone palette that I like, but it's just that sometimes it get like a little smoky and extreme, and I really don't like to go super deep sometimes. So yeah, this one's ranking a little bit lower, but still a very nice palette in my opinion. Coming in at number 10 is this palette right here. This is the Coral palette. I believe I also got this through BoxyCharm, and I really love this shimmery shade, so I have a big dip on that one, and that's why that one's ranking a little bit higher. I believe this was in a Pandos eyeshadows or some kind of a usage palette project. That's why I got a lot of use on those. But yeah, I really don't reach into these warm colors just because I'm over that. That was like my 2015 era. We're in 2022, so yeah, I'm over that. Speaking of warm palettes, coming in at number 9 is this palette right here. This is my NATASHA DENONA Sunrise palette, and it's busted. But yeah, I think it's just harder to get looks that I love out of this palette. I use this one mostly in the summertime, so I do kind of regret picking this one up. It's not one that I'm 100% in love with, but there are some pretty glimmery shades in there and warmer tone colors, and I do like the looks that I get with it. It's just I'm not in love with it. Coming in at number 8 is more of a neutral palette, and this one right here, this one is the Biba palette, and sometimes I pop this in my Tropic palette because I like the more neutrally colors in that palette, but this black one is super good. I believe it's a cream to matte formula, and the shimmers are just too deep for what I like, and these grays don't perform how I like them, and these yellowy colors are just, you know, warm colors that I'm not in love with. So that's why this one ranks a little bit lower, but sometimes I do reach for these looks and they're more smoky, dramatic looks. So when I know I want that, then I can reach for this, but I don't really see it as being my everyday palette. Coming in at, I believe, number 7 is the gold palette. I really do love the brown colors. They're kind of similar, but this is the one I reach for the most. It has a huge dip in it, as you can see right here. And I really love this shade. And this shade right there. But I do have to use a glitter glue. I don't know, because I got this on sale on the NATASHA DENONA website, if it was just sitting around for too long in a warehouse somewhere, because I got it on a very good sale. I believe I got this one and the Biba for like $100 and something, and these are $129 each. So it's like I got a 2 for 1 almost. My man got me these a few years ago. I want to say like almost 2 years now. And I really love these blue shades, but again, the quality is just a little bit lower because it's probably old, so that's why it's ranking a little bit. I just feel like if I would have got this when it was brand new, I would like it more, but I think the quality is just not as good as some of my other ones, so that's why it's like ranking a little bit lower. I would love to see her revamp this one, because I think they said she discontinued it. So to see lots of golds and nice browns and green colors, greenish blue colors, I think will be beautiful. And the Metropolis palette too has been discontinued. I never got that one and I really wanted to try it, so I think if she would edit that down and curate another Metropolis palette and bring the gold back, but like in a better formula, then I think I would like that more. Let me know if you have gold and if your quality has declined over the years, or when you got it, was it perfect, or did you find that the quality never matched up with any of your other Natasha Denona palettes? Let's talk about it in the comment section. I would love to know. I think I did my ranking wrong, and I think this one is actually number 7. But anyways, this one right here is the mini gold, and I really love this one. I get like a greeny gold look with this, and yeah, these shimmery shades are beautiful. I think the crease shades are beautiful. The color right here is also nice. I've gotten a little bit of use on this since I bought it. So yeah, I got this one on sale for like 13 bucks, and I think it's a nice one, so I will continue to reach for this one, and I think the quality is way better than the actual big gold. So yeah, there may be a discrepancy there. Coming in at number 6 right here is the Mini Love palette, and this is what this one looks like. I think this one came out 2 years ago, and I really, it's crumbling. I really love the shade right here. I hit pan in it. The shade's really nice. These purple's just not like a color I like on my eyes too much, but they're okay. And this one, it's a satiny, shimmery satin color. It's okay, but yeah, I don't wear purples too often, but I think this one is a good, like, nice romantic eye kind of look. So yeah, I like this one. Coming in at number 5 is kind of similar, and it is this palette right here, and this is the Mini Crush palette. I believe this was this year's palette. This shade is my favorite, and then this shade, and then I don't really reach for these shades, but for a nice pinky look, I know I can use those too. My packaging is already broken. I don't know how that happened, but yeah, it's okay for the price. This one came with the brush and it was like 20 bucks, 25 bucks, somewhere around there, so I think it's okay. But if you're not really into these type of purpley pink reddish colors, I think this is one you can probably just skip out on. I think it was limited edition, you probably can't even get this anymore, but I'm just saying in general, like the color story. We're down to our last 4, so coming in at number 4 is my Natasha Denona pastel palette. I think sometimes when I'm a little tan, these just don't really work well, and I have a hard time to make them show up, but the glimmery shades are somewhat pretty, and I really only like the purple. Like, some of these other colors are just harder to make work for me, so this is not like 100% my favorite palette, but I do think I've gotten some nice looks with it. But if I were to lose this, I don't think I would repurchase it. But I knew that going in, that it was going to be more sheer because it is pastel. But the colors are very pretty for spring and summer. But I think if she launches another colorful palette and it's a little bit deeper, I think I'll pick that one up instead of, you know, I'll probably like that one a lot better than this one is what I'm trying to say. Coming in at number 3, this was my second NATASHA DENONA palette that I ever got. I returned the other one, which was the Lila, mini Lila palette. And yeah, I thought that one was okay, but I just returned it instead. But this was like my first midi palette. Is it a midi or a full size? I think this one's a full size. But anyways, it's the Tropic palette and it's ranking at number 3. I've taken out some of the more colorful shades just because the quality wasn't all that and I didn't really reach for those colors. I'm more into the neutrals and I think these neutrals are great, but the formula has changed, declined. These don't perform as well, so I don't even reach for this palette anymore. I don't know why I'm keeping it around, but I am. So this palette's about maybe 4 years old or so, going on 5 years, so that's why the quality is not as good. I got this palette on sale for like half off. I think I paid like 60 bucks or something for it, so, or was it less? I don't remember, but yeah, this one has been with me for a long time. It made me fall in love with her formula, so this is ranking at number 3. Coming in at number 2 is a really nice one. I've gotten a lot of use on it, so this is why it's my number 2. Actually, my my Glam palette would have been number 2, but I cannot find that palette for the life of me. My son was stacking my NATASHA DENONA palettes a few months ago, playing with them like buildings, and I think he might have threw it in the trash or something because I've checked my house top to bottom and I cannot find it. Or I've had a decluttering box and I gave a lot of makeup away to my cousin. I think I might have had it in there, but I cannot find my Glam palette anywhere, and that one will probably be number 1 or number 2. But from the palettes that I have right here in front of me, coming in at number 2 is this palette here. It is the Mini Retro palette, and this one is super well loved by me. My favorite shade would have to be this one. I pretty much finished this shade. The green shade has freaking pan in it. This is a nice color, and this one was a nice color. I should probably get a replacement, but yeah, this one is a good one if you are looking for greeny and pink tones. And I believe this shade right here, is it this one? No, it's, yeah, it is. This is Vintage Taupe, which is in the Tropic palette. So I have it 3 times in my collection. Coming in at number 1, I have it on my eyes today. It is this palette right here, and is her latest palette. This is the Retro Glam. So I really didn't need to pick up the Glam palette again since I've lost it, because it has some of these more neutrally colors. I would only use like grayish neutral color and like a shimmer on my lid, so I didn't really see the need to go buy it again. And this palette's almost completely gone, so it does have some of these greeny tones in it and these lovely pink colors. Today I have all 3 of the pinks on my eyes and this shade right here on the inner corner and a little bit over the lid to give it a nice sparkle. But this palette is super beautiful. It's the Retro Glam, and I just picked it up on the last day of the Sephora VIB sale, and I got 20% off. I'm sorry, I'm out of breath. I got 20% off from the VIB sale on the last day, so I'm glad I snagged it up, and I've been using it. This is the 2nd time that I've used it. I'm gonna use it again tomorrow, and I really love it. I think I'm gonna get the most use out of this palette from all my NATASHA DENONA palettes. So let me know what your number 1 palette is from the NATASHA DENONA range, if you own any. I would love to chit chat about it in the comment section down below. Don't forget to keep watching for tomorrow on JANELMAS. We'll keep this thing rolling until December 25th. So until next time, I'll see you all in my next video. Bye.